Alright, what's up? Hello again. Let's see if this is a good spot to leave it. Good enough. Alright. Welcome back. I'm talking about today. Okay, this is not a good spot. Today, I'm talking about the Godzilla. The new Godzilla comic book series that we're getting from IDW, right? Pretty sure. So this is from the Free Comic Book Day thing. This is it's like so we're getting 3 different series. This is not a good placement for me. We're getting like 3 different series. We're getting the mainline Godzilla. We're getting Godzilla Starship and a series called Godzilla Escape the Deadzone. Man, there we go. I dropped it. So the Free Comic Book Day one has a little preview of all 3 lines. They're all done by different artists and different writers. So let's see, there's Godzilla the main series by, you know what? You guys can look it up. Look, we got credits in here. Okay. So first let me tell you, when I first heard about this, I was like, I don't feel like Kaiju really works in comics. I just don't. It doesn't work for me. I don't think they convey the scale well. I don't think the action looks as good. I don't feel like it's really a good medium for Kaiju. Now that said, some of the key art I saw was pretty cool beforehand, because I saw they had like this Mechagodzilla spaceship seemed awesome. So that's Godzilla Starship. That's the one I had my eye on. But when I got a chance to read this, shout out to my buddy who's lending it to me. He's a comic book guy. Obviously, I had to pick it up, right, and check it out. So now I'm just going to tell you about the 3 chapter zeros we got in here. So there's the mainline Godzilla series, which is written by Tim Seeley. Art by a person. I'm sorry, I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Like, I don't know what these accent marks mean. Yeah. So in this one, hold on, I read it this morning, but I've already forgotten. Right, okay. So there's a whole new world, right? Kind of rewriting the mythos. It starts off on the American branch of G-Force. So long story short, in this world, Godzilla pops up in 54. And everything sucks after that. There's giant kaiju war, everything sucks. So we open up on this team in San Diego, and they're like, guys, it's a G-Force team. They're like, guys, we gotta handle it. And Jet Jaguar is a member of G-Force. He can only speak through Jet Jaguar, Japanese android, can only speak through his 90s theme song. That said, his 90s theme song is not Jet Jaguar Punch Punch Punch. Huge missed opportunity in my book. They seem to have... Yeah. Or maybe it is, and I just don't know the lyrics, the English lyrics to Jet Jaguar Punch Punch Punch. That could be it too. Anyway, I'm rambling now. They're like, oh man, we gotta stop this Godzilla character. This recent attack in New York, we found this kid, and he has kaiju powers from the kaiju dimension or something like that. Survives like a direct atomic blast, so that's interesting. We'll see where that goes. Seems like it's gonna be very much like a superhero comic, which I'm not sure I'm about, but I think is really wise. Superheroes work in comics. It's a good medium for them. Source. They've been doing this since like the 20s. So yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I think that's a good call. There's my thumbnail right there. Anyway, I think that's a good call. We get a couple of cool frames. I'm just gonna show you like one of them real quick. Come on. Let's see it then. There's a new Godzilla design. Atomic Breath is green, so that's cool. I do like the design. It's very free comic book. He almost feels a little Mike Mignola-esque. He's the guy who wrote the Hellboy comic. There's our superhero. Yeah. Anyway, that's the main series. That's the mainline series. All three of these series are going to take place in the same universe, apparently, by the way. Next up, there's Godzilla Escape the Deadzone. The Deadzone in this universe is just like Oregon. Well, it's the American Northwest, it says. Or it says somewhere. And it's full of mutants and monsters. So, you know, there's a freaky mutant guy right there. And there's this dude with, like, claws for his hands. They call him the Drifter. Honestly, the art's pretty different than the first series. Like I said, these are all different artists. In fact, hold on, let me go back, and I should credit the author and the artist. This is written by Ethan S. Parker and Griffin Sheridan, with art by Pablo Tunica, or Tunisa, perhaps. Anyway, I wasn't super interested in this when it got announced, and after reading issue 1, I'm still not super interested, to be honest. It is... I mean, I can't really get a clear idea of what it's about, but it's very, like, it's really short, but it's, like, seems like very wasteland survival kind of theme, and that's just not super, something I'm super interested in. Very wacky, though, very different. Like, I will give it points for creativity, like, what the heck is going on here, you know? So, you know, we'll see where that goes. Escape the wasteland, or Escape the Deadzone, though. I have to assume it's about this guy trying to get out of the dead zone. Might be fun. Might be lame. We'll see. Don't have a lot of opinions about it, honestly. It didn't really make a big impression on me, so maybe that should tell you something. Next up, Starship Godzilla. This is the one I was most anticipating, and I'm not going to lie, I'm anticipating it even more after I've read it. So like I said, I was a bit skeptical of the comic format, but I'm really interested in what this one's going to do. This is written by Chris Gooch. Chris, I'm sorry. Your last name is hilarious. It's Gooch. 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 I'm sorry, man, but that's funny. That is funny. With art by Oliver Ono. I like the art in this series the best. This is kind of, to me, like stylistically, this is kind of the peak of like anime inspired, but still retains a sort of unique American comic book style. Here's a couple frames. Maybe this is my thumbnail. That's one of our main characters. So this series seems to follow this group of people who are doing this heist. They're stealing these eggs from a space station. The problem is trying to show you, I blocked my own view of the camera, so I don't know what's going on there. They steal these eggs from the space station. There seems to be a variety of different kinds of characters in here. You get a good look at the inside of the space station here. It's pretty cool. But then, and I saw this is like, this art got spoiled for me a while ago, because I saw like in the announcement or something, it showed it. Look at that. They escape the space station by busting in through the top. It's like Kiryu, but also kind of has like 90s Mechagodzilla vibes in the whole transformation thing. Super interesting. Really cool. Like I said, I'm the most interested in this series. Hands down, I will probably be buying this one. And following it. And hopefully it's good. Like I said, I'm big into heists. Love crime. And so I think this is a really interesting intersection. I don't know how kaiju focused it will be, but I actually think that's gonna be okay. Because, like I said, kaiju comics, not a big fan. Asterisk, because I am going to make a video still about Godzilla vs. Kong vs. the Justice League, which I did really like. Spoilers. And they're doing a second series, so, on that one. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on that. There's the, yeah, so now you have my opinions, because I'm sure just everybody, that's why you come here. Just love knowing strangers' internet opinions. Anyway, long story short, if you can get your mitts on the Free Comic Book Day preview, obviously Free Comic Day is come and gone by quite a bit now, but if you can get your hands on that, I would say absolutely do that. Check out the prequels. I'm really excited for Godzilla Starship. I'm excited about the main Godzilla series. However, I don't think it's going to be for me, but I'm excited that it exists. I think it's new. It's full of some ideas that are fresh for the franchise. Yeah. Escape the Deadzone. I'm glad it exists. It's something new and interesting. I will always support something new and interesting, untreaded ground. Again, not super interested, but I'm sure it'll be somebody's bag. It's just not really mine. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. If I end up talking about Godzilla vs. Kong vs. Justice League next time, that's what the video will be about. If I don't end up talking about it, then you'll be surprised. Yeah. Yeah. Get excited, guys. Check out the new Godzilla comics. Yeah.